welcome to JB Trio Podcast, Season 6, Episode 15. I'm Lee McDonald Jr.
Chris, the OG comeback kid with Nancy.
Mark, the Antiquarian Merchant.
So that should be your new intro, Chris, the can opener.
Yeah, you like that? I figured
The can opener, yeah.
I figured I'd add something new to it, spice it up.
Mm-hmm. There you go. That's a good nickname to have, the can opener.
Can opener.
Replaces the Coke bottle.
Okay, I had to bring it up.
or the come on your back, kid.
Oh. And so, yeah, it's our 2-week break. We're just coming back. We've had a week off of bowling, and we've had a week off of vacation from the podcast. So we're back. We're refreshed. We're ready to go. And we're starting the second half of the league here in a couple weeks. We're on week 17. And we're going to go over the results of week 16 here in a minute. But how did everybody do? And what did everybody do on the break? How'd you guys do?
Go ahead, Mark.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Nothing really. I mean, it really was a tough holiday for us over here because, my wife's dad had passed away last year, and he usually came to visit us during Christmas time. So my wife took it a little bit hard. So it was kind of a somber holiday for us here.
Really sorry about that.
Sorry to hear that. We know what you're going through, Mark. My dad himself passed away a couple months ago, and going through these holidays is tough. When you lose a loved one, especially a close loved one, it's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even imagine what y'all went through. I mean, it's crazy. But we just went to the ranch. Went hunting, shooting, cooking, grilling brisket, ribs, steak dinner, and light up fireworks, and just ATV racing, stuff like that. Just having
pretty much fun the whole time.
All-American New Year's Eve party, basically.
Nice. A lot of fireworks.
A lot of fireworks. I'm talking about so many fireworks we were lighting up. My ears are still ringing from lighting them up. But it was great. It was really fun. I love the family. We had like 86 people at the ranch.
So, damn! Wow.
Yeah.
So, y'all were crowded.
Yeah.
That's more than y'all's wedding.
No, at the wedding we had 200.
I'm just kidding. But we did something similar. We went to Jennifer's brother's lake house, shut off fireworks at the lake, which is really neat. Fireworks over the lake. We were all sitting on the dock. It was pretty cool. It's cold out.
What lake was that?
Eagle Mountain Lake.
Okay.
Eagle Mountain.
Yeah, that's nice.
Oh, it's a nice area. Yeah, we love it. There, Chris owns his own business, and Chris, her brother, owns his own business, Top Notch Mobile Homes, cheap plug. But so he's the CEO, owns a lake house. Visited about 30 of us over. We had a good time. The only part that stunk was that some of the parents brought kids over, so we had to worry about the kids before the party really didn't start till they went to bed. But yeah, we did that for New Year's last night. It was pretty fun, and we're pooped out today. We all slept in and recovering still. So, but yep, did the same thing. All American fireworks and cookout and all that good stuff. So we had a good time. Christmas was fun. We just hung out and opened presents, things of that sort. Drunk hot chocolate. So it was fun.
Yeah.
Fun break. But we're ready to get back to bowling.
Yeah, get back to the new year out here.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
2024, here we are.
Yeah.
Although 2023 wasn't horrible. We did lose some loved ones, but we're looking forward to 2024. It's going to be a good year.
Hopefully.
Yeah. And that takes us into the fastest 3 minutes of bowling. All right. First pair, Team 16, almost empty nest against Team 8, Pin High. Looks like Pin High cleaned them out, 40 out of 48. So good job. Kudos to them. Team 14, Timmy. That's Leland and Camilla's team. They went up against Team 5, which is Mark's team. And it really wasn't much of a match because Mark dominated 48 out of 48. Didn't even feel like giving Leland a point. If I remember the scores right, one of the first times I've seen all 9 games, all 3 games each by each bowler, were in the 200 range. So Mark's teams dominated like none others. So
Yeah,
great job.
And I gotta say, Leland helped us out right from the start. He came up to us and said, "Enjoy your time, your short time in first place."
Oh, that was chalkboard material.
Yes, that's what he said.
He ate his words. He definitely ate his words. All right, next pair, team 10 is Chris's team, and they put their thumb in it against the blind team and stuck it up there.
Oh, yeah. It was a hard one. Dang. You good there?
And they stuck it up. Yeah, sorry. They got me all choked up. And they stuck it up their own hoo-ha, and they went and lost 28 out of 48. They only took 22. 26 out of 48, yeah. So they only took 22. They lost to the blind, and that gives us all of us an L that picks his team to beat the blind except Mark and beat Mark's picks. So we'll figure that out in a minute. All right. Team number 9, Slate's Rockheads against Team 7, the S team. And kudos to the S team coming out with a victory against a tough opponent. They won 28 out of 48. So good job them. And Team 4, blame it on the alcohol against Team 6, Three Fingers Deep. That's Rick Connor's team, and they beat Rick Connor's team 32 out of 48. Good job to blame it on the alcohol. Team 3, Wicked Trio against my team, Team 1. My team somehow pulled out another victory, 32 out of 48. Team 12, the men in the 10 pin against Team 15, OG. OG in the clutch, winning 32 out of 48. They had Joe come in and sub that night. And the last pair was Team 11, Ricky's team. That's Ricky in the 2 mix against Team 13, BD in the pocket.
Big D.
Well, they got a big D, all right. They got a big L, too. Dang. And they lost. Ricky's team won 43 out of 48. So kudos to them.
Damn.
All right. And so to go over the lineup again, this is going into week 17, which is the last week before the position round that determines the winner of the first half. So this lineup is very important right now. And of course, Mark's loving it because after coming off a 48-0 win, they are sitting well ahead in first place at 508, the only team at 500 points. Next is Slate's Rockheads at 469. So they've got their 39-point lead on Slate's Rockheads. Third place, which has a chance, is Chris's team. Put your thumb in it, 462, who happens to be bowling Slate's Rockheads next week. So it'll be interesting when we go to beat Mark's picks. In fourth place, Ricky and the 2 Mike, 443. Who you calling a pinhead, 436. We're in fifth. In sixth place, Three Fingers Deep. They've been slipping. They're down to sixth place at 425. Blame it on the alcohol at 417 and seventh. Wicked Trio in eighth, 386. The men in the 10 pin, 371 in ninth. 10th place, Pin High, 361. BD in the pocket, 357 in 11th. In 12th place is the S team at 343. And in 13th, almost empty nest at 293. Team Timmy, Team 14 in 14th at 288. And just 2 points below them, Team OG, team in 15th place at 286. And there you have the fastest 3 minutes of bowling.
Ooh.
What do you think, guys? I mean, this is pretty serious now. I mean,
I think it's
no sugarcoating it. This is probably the biggest week we've had of the year so far.
rigged.
Rigged. That's selective bookkeeping on Mark's part.
No,
yeah.
I gotta credit Leland. He was the one that helped us.
Well, I'd say so. I mean, you guys all 9 games you guys had all over 200. That's hard to do for a team.
And he got us worked up. Yeah. I was low.
Yeah, he did.
Oh man, 666.
Yeah.
Low
I mean, you guys killed it.
Yeah, low man.
Yeah. So it was definitely interesting and a tough week for Leland. Not the kind of week you want to have to go into the break. And they're pretty much secure in the bottom part of the league. But that's another reason why we choose to go half and half. So basically, the league, when you win one half, you're guaranteed the spot in the finals when you go into the second half. So Mark's team can kind of cruise to the finals, and then they don't have to do much in the second half. Now, teams do choose to try their hardest in both halves, and they want to become what we like to call the grand champion, which is where one team wins both halves and they don't have to have a finals. When was the last time we had that? Can anyone remember?
Yeah, that was the prize, right?
I think it was the prize.
That was the prize.
Yeah, it was a prize. It was a prize.
Long ago. But,
Yeah, well,
look at it. This half isn't over yet. I mean, there's 2 weeks left, and there's a big match. Our next 2 weeks are going to be big matches. So,
yeah,
it's not like we're bowling, teams down at the bottom. So anything can happen.
I love this week 17 lineup. When we get to beat Mark's picks,
Yeah.
it's going to be one of the hardest picks of the year. This week 17, the matches are going to be outstanding.
Yeah. I mean, we got a tough team, but Slate's Rockhead, they're bowling one of the bottom feeders.
So, Lee, my wife,
bowling Chris's team.
my wife wanted to ask you a question, Lee.
Oh, hey, okay, yeah.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah. How about them cheating Cowboys? Paying off the refs like they usually do.
I mean,
no,
it was a ring of honor. They didn't want to lose on the ring of honor.
Well, they can have the ring of honor, but the good part is that coming up in 3 weeks, it'll be Cowboys Lions Part 2 in the playoffs. If both teams can win their first round of the playoffs,
first round.
It's going to be Part 2. We'll be back in Dallas, the scene of the crime.
Yep, you're right. If they both win their first round, that's
yep,
right.
And it'll be guaranteed that way. It'll be fun. We'll have to wait and see. Now, the only way that won't happen is if San Francisco, or no, they can't. They can't lose their spot, so it's locked. So if Lions and Cowboys win their first round, it's a done deal.
They don't know who they're playing, though, do they?
In the first round, Lions will probably play the Packers or the Rams. Cowboys got to play.
We got Packers. We got Packers right now.
Yeah, it would be one of those two.
Y'all got
the Vikings.
Y'all got Raiders. Lions is going against the Raiders.
No, we're not.
It is. I'm looking at the playoff picture right now.
Raiders are AFC.
Yeah.
No.
You got another selective bookkeeping over there?
Yeah, hold on. Playoffs.
Sorry, we're taking a timeout from our bowling.
You're right.
This will be our short segment of our NFL
Super Bowl talk right here.
Super Bowl talk, yeah. There we go.
Raiders. Last season is Raiders. Detroit.
I don't know what you're looking at, Chris.
Yeah, because no.
Cowboys Green Bay.
Now, how it's going to turn out is the Cowboys are locked at number 2 if they beat Washington, which they're going to beat Washington. And if they do, then they'll play the 7th-ranked team, which is going to end up being Seattle or possibly Green Bay.
No, Rams. Rams.
Or possibly the Rams, yeah.
Yeah, it's Rams. I'm sorry, I meant LVR. I thought it was Raiders. Raiders.
There may be an outside chance for some other teams that might make it too, but it's slim and none.
Detroit versus Rams. That's right.
But yeah, it's going to be Detroit and Rams or Green Bay, one of those two, and then the Cowboys will have Seattle or maybe Minnesota.
Rams are tough, man. I wouldn't want to be playing the Rams.
Detroit got an easy game.
You bust in your kid's piggy bank. We'll bet that.
Deal. I'll bet Detroit versus the Rams. Detroit wins.
Whatever you want to bet, I'm on it.
All right, 20.
How much?
20.
That's it? That's all the kids got left?
That's all Fred had given me. All right,
we got it. 20's good.
All right, 20 in. All right, now the kid got 40. There we go. Now the kid got 40.
Well, I might have to think of a JB Trio pot that we'll have to everybody put in for these playoffs. It's coming up. Make something interesting happen. I don't know.
Yeah.
We got a week to think about it, though. All right. So that brings us to our winter bracket segment. So as most of you heard in our last 2 episodes, we started the winter bracket. It started out with 44 bowlers. Then we had round 2 where there was a loser's bracket of 22 and a winner's bracket of 22. So in the winner's bracket, they fought each other in the 22, and that leaves 11 left. Now in the loser's bracket, what we did there is we took the top 5 bowlers out of all 22. Now, Mark, I believe you've got the list here. Can you name off the top 5 bowlers that won in the loser's bracket?
Sure. The top score was Kyle Howell with 767, followed by Garrett Williams, 748, Chris Saunders, 731, Jared Gallego, 721, and Larry Hoover, 707. Those are your 5.
Nice. So all 5 of those guys, they lost in the first round, so they bowled in the losers bracket, but they have been readmitted, so they are now back in the round of 16 or round 3. And now for the round of 16, I didn't want to just place the 5 random bowlers in random spots. We're going to reshuffle. We're going to take all 16 bowlers, the 11 that won and the 5 that won back in, and we're going to redraw right now. So I've got the cards ready. Mark has got the names ready with the cards represented next to them. Let me do a really good shuffle here.
And let me say, Gino came in 6th place, unfortunately, 695. So he missed.
Yeah,
He missed by 12 pins.
I feel bad for Gino. Gino, you were right there, buddy.
12 pins,
almost
buddy.
there.
12 pins.
You were number 6, but we were only taking 5. So sorry about that, Gino. Maybe next time, buddy. We are going to run a
12
spring
pins.
bracket here in another couple months. So there'll be one more bracket to do. All right. I got them nice and shuffled.
Yeah, I'm ready to write them. I'll write them down. And
all right, here we go. This is the official round 3, round of 16 redraw for the winter bracket. And the first card is the 3 of diamonds.
3 of diamonds is Mike Ensline. I don't think he's bowled yet.
Mike Ensline. Wow.
Been having so.
Yeah.
There we go. Mike Ensline. So he should be back. So he'll be back. He's had sub form, and they've done good for him so far. But he will be back, and he will be bowling against the 2 of hearts.
2 of hearts. That is
Greg.
So 2 of hearts is Greg Carlton.
Right.
All right. So Greg Carlton against Michael Ensline. So it sounds like the spread's going to be somewhere around maybe 25 to 30 pins. So we'll have to double check those spreads maybe going into next week.
36 pins that's going to be.
No, 36. Ooh, man.
36.
I'm going to have to give the slight advantage to Greg on that because that sounds like it should be more.
Yeah, I got Greg on that. Easy.
Greg's been bowling pretty good lately.
Yeah, and remember, if they don't show up, it's 10 pins off your handicap, right? You don't.
Not yet. Not till we get to the round of. Not till we get to the round of 4. So you can still use subs up until the round of 4 or round. But it's technically round 5, 4 bowlers left. But round of 16, which is what we're in now, or round 3, you can technically use subs still.
Yeah, that's right.
We can use subs for 2 more rounds, this round and next round, but not in the round of 4. Once you get to the round of 4, if you're not there, you got to use your blind score.
Blind score. All right, gotcha.
All right, next card, 5 of spades.
5 of spades is Garrett Williams.
Oh. Garrett Williams. That is set. All right, next card is the 3 of clubs.
3 of clubs. That's James Singleton.
Oh, his teammate. Oh no. So Garrett Williams against James Singleton. Oh no. Both bowlers are good. They actually been bowling pretty good here both lately amongst each other. So I don't know if they know this, but they're going to be heads up in the first bracket in the round of 16. So
30 pins there.
And Garrett, his average has been slipping. He started out in the high 220s. Now he's around 210-ish. So might have to give the edge a little bit to James here, but I think I may just go with Garrett, though.
Yeah, I got Garrett.
Yeah. All right. So next card is the 3 of spades.
3 of spades, Brian
Brimmerman. Hey, all right. All these 3s. I got another 3 for us. The 3 of hearts.
That is Larry Hoover.
Oh, the first losers bracket guy. So Larry Hoover against Brian Brimmerman. I think, this might be heads up. This will definitely be less than 5 pins.
I got Brian. No, I got Brian. Yeah, I got Brian.
Yeah, I don't know what's Larry's average here.
Let me look.
He's 199, 18 pins. Brian's 23, so it's 5-pin difference. Brian getting 5.
I'm going to go with Larry on this. Only having bowling Larry just recently. He's been bowling pretty good, so I'm going to go with Larry on that one.
Really? I got Brian all day.
Yeah, that's your protege. That's why.
Hey, my buddy.
All right, next card, the 2 of spades.
Bob Davis.
Bob Davis of Almost Empty Nest. Had 2 good weeks in a row, and he has made it this far. He will be bowling against the 4 of Hearts.
That is Chris Saunders. Look at that.
Oh,
Wow,
they're related.
Yeah.
Son-in-law, yes, sir. And I imagine Chris will be getting a lot of pins. Or not Chris, Bob will be getting a lot of pins.
47 pins a game.
Wow. I'm going to go with Chris Saunders on this one.
I got Chris on this one.
So, yeah, he's copying me on the picks, I can see.
No. I voted for Brian last one.
Good.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
And that's also another one of your proteges, Chris Saunders.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next card, 5 of clubs.
5 of clubs. That is Gilbert.
Gilbert against the 4 of diamonds.
4 of diamonds. That's Ricky.
Ricky
base 300.
Ricky, yeah. Ricky faced 300 against Gilbert. How about that? And as the time of taping, it's Monday night. It's New Year's Eve night or New Year's Day night, and the football game's going on. Texas against Washington. They're tied, and Washington just made a big first down. Of course, we just saw McConaughey there too.
It's 11 pins Ricky's getting a game.
I got Gilbert. I'm going Gilbert.
I'm going with Ricky on this one. He bowled 600, and usually when he does that, he's good for a 600 for like 3 or 4 weeks. So I'm going with Ricky on that one. All right, next card, 2 of clubs.
2 of clubs.
2 of clubs.
Tina.
Going to the club.
Tina Saunders.
I didn't know Tina made it too. Hey, good. Kudos to Tina and Chris, the husband and wife. So Tina Saunders will be going up against the 2 of diamonds.
2 of diamonds. That is Sean Taylor.
Oh, that's going to be a match.
Yeah.
All right. So Tina will be getting quite a bit of pins from Sean.
67 pins.
I'm gonna go with.
I got Sean.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Sean. I'm sorry, Tina. I want to root for you. In my heart, I want to pick you, but in my brain, I have to go with Sean.
67.
All right. Next card is the 4. Oh, I know this one. The 4 of spades.
4 of spades. Oh, that's Kyle Howell.
Oh, I thought that was you.
No.
So Kyle Howell's the 4 of spades. Washington just scored there, took the lead. All right. Kyle Howell will be going up against the 4 of clubs.
Oh, that's me.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Team versus team.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, yeah, that's unfortunate that you guys have to go against each other.
Yeah.
Team versus team.
That kind of hurts your guys' chances as the team bowling coming up.
Yeah. Well,
you guys will be looking over each other's shoulder.
Nah, we'll be trying hard. We don't look at this.
Yeah, and we got only 2 more cards left, and they're both 5s.
Yep.
We got a 5 of diamonds against the 5 of hearts.
It's going to be Jerry Gallegos versus
Phil.
Let him guess.
Jerry Gallegos versus. Oh, fuck me, dude. I'm not even looking at it. So, Jerry Gallegos versus
somebody.
I think he said it. What did you say, Mark?
Somebody on his team.
Oh, Phil LaPointe. Damn.
Yep. Jared against Phil. Now, that's a hell of a match, too.
10 pins.
That might be damn near heads up.
No, 10 pins. Phil's getting 10 pins.
I'm going to go Jared on this one. I think whenever he knows he's bowling and somebody involved with Chris, it, preps him up, even more to bowl good.
Well, look, they'll be bowling together on the same pair.
Heads up. Exactly.
Yes. Imagine.
Wow.
Same pair.
So not only are they bowling team versus team, which is in and of itself a huge match, but heads up in the big bracket. So not bad.
Yeah.
And I know Chris is going with Phil. So
no, I got Joe Bear.
All right.
I got Jared.
Wow. Hear that, Phil? Maybe that's chalkboard material for Phil to help him win. I see what you're doing there.
We'll light on thunder on these.
I see what he's doing. Oh, he's trying to jinx Jared.
Yeah, exactly.
This is what he's doing.
I see how it is. He's already jinxed Jared enough this season. So that was the winner bracket realignment. So those are your matches, and we'll have the new bracket made out.
Here we go with another episode of Beat Lee's Picks.
Uh-oh.
Lee, man, you already got me shut out. I mean, I'm behind you by 10. I can't. There's no way. Well, there's 2 weeks left, I guess. So I still got to.
There's 2 weeks.
Yeah, but
I'd have to be the worst picker in the game.
Yeah, you would. But to round it out, last week tied a 3-way tie for first place. Myself, Chris, and our guest Ron Reynolds all went 4 wins, 4 losses. Not a very good week. And Lee, you happen to go 3 and 5 for the week
because of Chris's damn team can't beat the blind.
5. But you still managed to take a lead right now. 57 wins, 31 losses. 2 games ahead of Chris with 55 wins and 33 losses. And then myself hanging back 10 games back at 47 wins, 41 losses. And our guest
hanging back.
Yeah, and our guest 29 wins, 21 losses, 58.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, 58% winning percentage. So they're hanging in there.
They are. Well, it's been an interesting season, and it's almost over. We're going to start it over at the second half. So it's now or never. All right. So this week we have the bowl officially 16 weeks. We are resetting the schedule since we have 16 teams. So we're going back to the same schedule we started bowling, which is team 1 versus team 2, 3 versus 4, and so forth on down the road. But doing it that way has made some very interesting matches. So this will be a good week for picks. And it started off lane 17-18, team 3 against team 4. That's Wicked Trio against Blame It on the Alcohol. They're right next to each other in 7th and 8th places. What's the spread on this, Mark?
You know what? I didn't really work them up, but just looking at it really quick, it's Blame It on the Alcohol is 59 pins handicap facing 137.
Ooh, that'll be
we're looking
70,
76, 78.
78 pins.
78 pins.
Quite a bit of pins.
It is.
I'm going with Blame It on the Alcohol in this one. I think Garrett's got a lot to bowl for. And I think, I know Wicked Trio did pretty good a couple weeks ago, but they've been using subs here as of late. Actually, both teams have. And if I'm not mistaken, I want to say Colton will be bowling again for Tim as a sub. So I think based on that, I'm going to go with the other team. I'm going to go with Blame It on the Alcohol.
Dang it. I got Blame It on the Alcohol as well.
You know what? I'm going to try to make a comeback here. I'm going to take Wicked Trio.
Oh, it's going to all opposite tonight.
I'm going to have to. Yeah. I'm going to have to.
All right. So next pair, Team 12, the men in the 10 pin against Team 11, Ricky and the 2 Mikes. Which Ricky and the 2 Mikes are in the top part of the league. They've been there consistently, even this past summer, and Ricky has been bowling pretty good, and they were fighting for first last year. Kudos to them. Good job on them, and that's one of the reasons why I'm picking them today.
Yeah, they've definitely really surprised how well they've done so far to this point.
Yes.
Yeah, I got Ricky.
Yeah, and
all right.
Match here is 38 pins difference. I'm going against Ricky's team here.
Wow. Men in the 10.
Wait, is this a team with Sean Taylor?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. The men in the 10 pin.
You know what? I'm going to go.
No, you already locked it in.
No, I haven't. You know what? I got Sean Taylor. No, I believe in Sean Taylor.
Oh, he switched his last second switch.
I got Sean Taylor.
Oh, that's an omen. That ain't good.
Yeah. Just like the movie from the movie Omen. Yeah, all right, so me and Mark, I've got Ricky and Mark. You and Mark got Sean. Okay. Taylor. Next pair, Camilla and Leland against BD in the pocket. A couple of your proteges on these 2 teams here, Chris.
I got BD. I got Big Dick in the pocket.
Oh my God.
Easy.
All right. Mark, what's the spread on this?
57 pins, but that's taking Timmy. Tim. So
and he might be back. I'm thinking he might be back. He did say something about after the break that he might be back bowling. So we'll have to wait and see. But I'm pretty sure David will be there to bowl just in case if he's not. I'm going to have to go with BD in the pocket on this one as well.
She's opposite of me, Lee.
Okay, so you got BD in the pocket?
Yes, sir.
Both of yous?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to go with
Camilla.
Yeah, Camilla and them.
Team Timmy.
Yeah, I mean, I think if Leland keeps his girlfriend at home, I think there's a good shot.
Yeah, that's another thing. He brought his soon-to-be girlfriend, another one, up to the bowling alley. He was probably distracted again.
Yeah, I think if he keeps her at home, he's got a shot.
Yeah, maybe. All right, next pair, Team 15 against Team 16. OG against Almost Empty Nest. Two teams that have been on the bottom half, so they're close to each other. They did have Joe sub in for Team 15, who bowled lights out. That might happen again. Joe might be back.
For who?
Who is it, Joe? Who?
Joe Zangari,
Okay.
I believe is how you say it. Zangara.
For what team?
For Team 15, for
Almost Emptiness.
OG, yeah.
OG, uh-huh.
And I think 16 might pre-bowl again. So usually when they are close to the holiday, they do tend to pre-bowl a lot. So they might pre-bowl again. And that's been hurting them, actually. So not having to be able to bowl heads up. So I'm going to go with Team OG on this one.
Man.
It's going to be about 100 pin difference.
Oh, damn. Who's getting 100 pins?
That would be
Almost Empty Nest?
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Ooh, I might have to change my pick. I'm going to stick with OG. Oh, Longhorns tied it up.
Yeah.
Halftime, and they're about 21-21.
You kind of like OG here.
All right. That's 2 for OG. What do you say, Chris?
I got OG. Damn it.
Oh. Yep. All right. That's the perfect kibosh. We all picked unanimous Team OG. All right. Now we're going to the lower team numbers. Team 1 against Team 2. My team against the blind. I'm going to have to go out on a limb and say we're going to beat the blind, unlike Chris's team.
I'm going to let Mark decide on this one.
God, man. I mean, it was easy. It was an easy win betting against Chris last week again. That really was an easy win. But you're in the middle of the house here. I think you're going to pull through. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Lee's team here.
Hey, thank God.
Greg.
Don't do it, Chris. Don't do it.
I have confidence that Greg will at least bowl above his average.
Yes, I do too. All right, Chris, what do you say?
I got your team as well.
Hey, all right. Finally. All right. 27-28. We got Team 7 against Team 8. Now it's going to start to get interesting. So another two teams that are right close to each other in standings. The 10th place team against the 12th place team. Chris Saunders, the S team with his wife, and Diago against Pin High. Craig Voren with Gino and his wife, Tina. So the two Tinas, two husband and wife, a lot of storylines going on. What's the spread on this one, Mark?
Pin High will be getting 59 pins.
Oh, man, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't think it'd be that much. Yeah, you know what? I've got faith that Gino's going to come back. He'll probably even have a new bowling ball for Christmas. And I got faith that Gino's going to pull through. So I'm going to go with Gino's team. I'm going with Team Pin High.
Yeah, I'm probably – this is going to be a really good match.
Yes, it is.
I'm going the other way.
Take Saunders.
I'm going to take the S team here.
I got Gino's team.
What? You're going against your good friend, his husband and wife, and your best friend, Diago?
I got a strategy plan I'm trying to keep right now. So.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's playing the odd numbers or something.
He just threw some dice. All right. So next pair, 29-39, Team 9 against Team 10. This will be the match of the night. This is Chris's team against Slate's Rockheads, his nemesis, Neil and Jared and Gil. Anytime these two teams face off, it's like it's like rivalry week.
Yeah. And you know what? The real story is which one of Chris's bowlers sitting out this week
Oh, no.
for their sub.
Well, okay, so I'll tell you this insider information.
He was just playing around.
So, okay, listen. I tried, to be honest. I honestly tried to get David to sub. That's the honest truth.
So now you got bugs.
So Friday night, Phil came out and bowled, and I'm like, hey, Phil, honest, like, top conversation here. Do we need David to fill in? Like, does he need a sub? Regardless of one of us is like have plans or feel healthy or anything, does he need a sub to help us win? And Phil, and he makes me feel confident going through this game tomorrow because he said, no, we got it. We're on redemption.
Oh.
He said, no, all of us will be there. All of us will be on the roster and we will win against them. I was like,
rivalry. Yes.
So I'm like, he's like, well, they took 48 from us the first day of the league, and we're gonna come back and take 40. And I was like, okay, so you're that confident we don't need David? He's like, yeah, I'm positive we don't need David.
Wow.
Like,
Yeah.
So,
and
so we can just get your pick out of the way now. You're gonna pick yourself.
Yeah. Go ahead and choose your team, though. Go ahead and choose your team.
No, it's funny because they were telling me, is there a way they can find a way that Chris doesn't show up so that they could have David bowl?
I even told Phil to his face, like, Phil, I will fake an injury. I will say that I cannot bowl tomorrow and have David sub for me.
The Coke bottle used too much or something? Is that the injury?
And then he literally said, no, we want you there. I was like, okay. I was like, you sure? I mean, I'm positive. I mean, dude, I can say I had food poisoning. I was telling him everything to get David on our team tomorrow.
So you're saying that that Jake, who had food poisoning last time, didn't have food poisoning?
No, he did.
Oh,
sadly, he did.
All right, so it's official. We're locking it in that Chris's whole team is going to be there. Nobody's subbing.
Yes.
And Neil's team, for what we know, is all going to be there. So the rivalry week is official. Both teams will show up tomorrow. We might have to go live for that because that's going to be pretty big.
And I'm going to tell you, 29 and 30, I hate that pair. There's something.
I hate that pair.
Yeah, there's something about that pair that just. I remember one week Jared and those guys bowled on that pair, and they bowled horrible, and then we bowled the next week on that pair, and we bowled horrible. It's a tough pair.
And I can remember one time when Mark was not there, and had Ryan Curtis show up, who's normally a 220 bowler, show up and only shot 510. Yeah. So it's just a quirky, weird, cursed, whatever you want to call it, pair. So for you guys, you, Chris, and Neil, bowling on that pair, it could actually wind up that Chris's team wins 40.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of like it because on that pair, it's basically going to go with who threw the ball better. Who was a better bowler that day?
Yeah, you might have to use the urethane, and I think Jared might have to go to the Flintstone ball.
Probably.
But the handicap in this game is 49 pins. That's a lot.
For us?
That is a lot.
Yeah, you're getting 49 pins. That's a lot. That's 5 marks.
Yeah.
All right, so
you first. I go last.
Okay. So I'm going to have to use a little bit of strategy on this. I got to think of who I think Chris is going to pick. Now, most likely he'll pick opposite of me. So I got a feeling that Chris is going to pick against his team, and I think he's going to go with Slate's Rockheads. So that's who I'm picking. I'm picking Slate's Rockheads.
I'm going to go the other way.
Oh, he's picking Chris's team.
Yeah.
Wow. Did you hear that, Chris? You got to pick.
And you're right. I was going to go with Slate Rockheads. You're right.
Are you really going to go for that pick?
I mean, I was.
After that great story you told about you and Phil talking, you need the points. You're 2 points behind me. You need them.
I'm going for us.
Oh, there you go. Good man. All right. So you heard it here. So Chris has picked his own team. He's guaranteeing the victory tomorrow against Slate's Rockheads. So, Jared, if you're listening, it's a guarantee. He called it out. He's calling out your team. So we'll have to wait and see. All right, last pair. Team 31, pair 31-32. It is Mark's team, Slate Sloppy Seconds against Three Fingers Deep. And in the past, Mark's team has been set up to win the league and happened to finish on 31-32. And here it is again. I don't know how it keeps happening like that, but here it is again. You guys are set up on 31-32 again.
Yeah. And the only drawback of being 31-32 is we're right next to Chris.
Yeah, double whammy.
Drawback. This is the closest match of the week, really. It's a 6-pin difference.
Oh, damn.
Handicap.
Another very interesting match.
And we've been really bowling well the last few weeks, but now we had that week off, which could definitely kill your momentum.
Sure can.
And I think Three Fingers Deep has been struggling for those weeks, and that week could do them good, being off. But I'm going to go with our team here to win it.
Oh, wow. All right. I'm actually going in the same direction. I'm picking Mark's team because Three Fingers Deep's been struggling to maintain. They've been in first for most of the league, but here within the last month or so, they've fallen off. And Mark's team, just how we talked about how you guys bowled earlier, where all 9 of your games are over 200. I see that happening. I don't see that exact same thing happening, but I see you guys dominating again. So I'm going with your team.
Dang, Lee, why are you freaking going?
Thank you for letting me go first.
I got Rick's team on this.
Oh, you had to. You had no choice. Well, it'll be interesting, though. I like Rick. I like Rick a lot. Rick's one of the best guys I've ever met. He's a very funny guy.
Yeah.
He's a very good guy. Does a very honorable profession. I root for him, but I think in this case, I'm just going to have to go with my brain on this pick instead of my heart. So going with Mark's team.
Yeah, I mean, it's always a tough match against them. It's probably going to end up kissing your sister kind of night.
Could be. You guys need at least, if I had to guess, if one thing that you would probably need is actually not even really on your own team, but you really need a kiss your sister night out of Chris and Slate Sloppy Seconds.
Yeah, I mean, I got confidence in Chris's team. I really do. That pair is tough, though. You know what I mean? There's no doubt about it. But, I think that's going to be a tough match, too. Those are the 2 tough matches this week.
Yeah.
My eyes. And again, it lays out almost like when you look at it, it's almost kind of like a playoff scenario, isn't it? Like first is bowling.
This feels like a playoff because like second against third, and then your team against the 4th place team or close to it.
Yeah,
it feels a lot like a playoff.
Yeah,
it does.
That's a perfect example, Mark.
Yeah, it really does. It really does because it feels like the NFL playoff because like so many things could happen to make another team be in first.
Yeah, or like the college playoff, the top 4 teams are playing right now.
Yeah,
Michigan won the first game, and Texas is playing now. They're tied at the half. So yeah, it's definitely playoff season, and it feels like a playoff week tomorrow night. A lot of teams, when they get to the playoffs, they get serious. They change the attitude.
I mean,
you got to change how you bowl.
It would be kind of perfect if your team was just better, Lee, and you'd be in the top 3 with us. So all 3 podcasters would be in the top 3.
We tried, and we even bowled the blind team. So if we win big, we could have had a shot, but not anymore.
And it's
not anymore.
It's a shame that there's only one podcaster in the brackets live now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it is.
There's only one.
It's Mark's turn. I was in the last bracket. I think the last 2 brackets. So I think it's Mark's turn now. Chris, I'm sorry. You were out of all 3 brackets.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Maybe you're coming up on the spring bracket.
I'm saving myself for spring. You're right.
There you go. All right, bowlers of the week. 2 weeks ago, we had Joe Zingara, 173 pins over his average. I bowled right next to him. I saw him bowl that. He did pretty good that week. Couple of kudos to Garrett Williams, had a 718, and Ron Reynolds had a 709. For the ladies, we had Anna Marie Davis shoot 34 pins over her average. Kudos to Tina's, Saunders, and Clay. They both bowled over their average, so good job. MVP race. We got Mr. Kyle Howell has proclaimed himself the MVP leader He's the lone person who's not tied with anybody at 82 points. So kudos to Kyle, who is leading the MVP race for the men. And Tina Saunders has pulled ahead for the ladies MVP at 63 points. She is the lone person that is not tied with anybody in points. But they do got some people on their tail, so it's still anybody's game. Same goes for high average men, at which unfortunately we saw Chris fall out of the top three. So
I'll
Chris
climb
is
back
not
up.
there.
I'll climb back up.
But it's a tight race for high average for the men so far. Garrett Williams is at 210.59. Neil is at 209.67. And Ron is at 209 now, 209.13. So an incredibly tight race for the top three for the men in high average. Camilla's still dominating the ladies at 171. Amanda behind her at 145 with Nancy at 131. Weekly awards, we had Ricky Boudreau had a 250 game and over. Gino Clay had 50 pins over his game average. Matthew Macy had a 250 game. Sean Taylor, 275. A lot of awards. Garrett Williams, 250 game and over. And then Joe Zangara, who had subbed that night, had a 600 series, a 200 game, and 140 over series. So good job to him that week. That's why he's bowler of the week.
And let me remind Chris of the $20 bet we had that he wouldn't make the top four in averages, because I think he's dipped down to about seventh now, maybe.
Yeah, it's down there. Chris?
It is 7. Yeah, I have a 203 average. But hey, you know what? Give me the second week of the new half. I'm back in the top 3.
Yeah, you better have like a 700 to get back into contention, but
Yeah,
man.
I'm actually ahead of you in average. I'm at 203. You're at 202.
No,
yeah.
you did 203.
No,
that's there. Your entering average.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit, I'm at 202. Fuck.
And Peyton's a 202.
Yeah.
So, and Fred's ahead of you. And
Gilbert.
I feel bad for people. I just feel bad because I don't want to be on the top for all time. I want other
crazy.
people
You hate showing off.
Yeah, I'm trying to get other people to feel the greatness of being top.
Yeah,
you
might be an 8th now because I mean Fred's ahead of you, Gilbert's ahead of you, Lee's ahead of you.
And okay, what position are you in, Mark?
I'm position. You know what position I'm in? To win first place first.
He's in first place.
I'm in.
I love it. That was great. All right, gentlemen. So tomorrow night, week 17, it'll be an interesting night. We might go live depending on how good Chris's team's going to do against Slate's Rockheads. I'm definitely interested to see who's going to try to fight Mark in the position round the following week. So it's either going to be one of those two teams.
True. Very true. I'm excited. I'm also nervous, but I mean,
you know what? I like the fact, Chris, that your whole team is going to be there. And I like that Phil pointed it out. I know normally Phil's an Eagles fan, and you're never supposed to like Eagles fans. But I like how he said that, nope, we don't need anybody. It's just going to be us three. Yeah. We're the original team, and we're gonna get revenge from that first week.
Yeah. They want to go down with the ship.
After all, they were named the Titanic.
Oh no, not this team. that team is named BD the Bucket.
It's definitely.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's honorable. They want to go down with the ship.
Yeah, I was shocked. I was really shocked, but I was also it gave me a little morale boost in my going into Tuesday. So
really good shocked. For you.
So
good for you. So we'll either broadcast live or we'll just talk to the podcast next week. That'll be episode 16.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in again, especially after the new year. I hope everyone had a great New Year's Eve, welcoming themselves and their new body, new family, new friends to the new year of 2024. Tune in next time as you find the first week of the new year and the end of the first half as the JV Trio. And that my team will be in first place going in the new year. So tune in for that. A very exciting news coming your way. So everyone tune in and stay up to date with us. Thank you so much and have a great day and Happy New Year. And if you do not come back, you'll be like Neil, posting shit on Facebook that no one fucking watches.
Oh my God!
Yeah, you see that post he posted on me? You saw that post he posted on me?
Yes, we saw it. We saw it, and we commented and we liked it.
Yeah, no, fucking.
But okay, so he'll be like Neil. If you don't come back, he'll be like Neil.
Yeah, fucking
Losing to Chris on the week before position round.
Exactly. I like that. Yeah, he's also.
All right, gentlemen. Way to start the new year. So pretty good episode. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow night.
Yeah, y'all be safe.
You too.
Night.
Take it easy, guys.
See you tomorrow.